Find the measure of the angle marked X. So in this problem, we've got a triangle and we've got a supplementary angle. First, we need to figure out what that blank angle is in the triangle. So I have that 128 on the outside and I just have that blank on the inside. Those two are supplementary angles because they make up a straight line. So I'm going to do 180 minus 128 to figure out what that blank angle is on the inside. And that's going to give me 52. But now we still need to figure out what X is going to be. And remember, all angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I have 180 equals 90 for the right angle plus 52 plus X. And then you just solve for X to figure out what that missing angle is, and you get 38. Number 2. Given two parallel lines cut by a transversal, find the value of X in the diagram below. So those two angles are going to be supplementary. And again, if you want more examples on all of the properties that go with parallel lines, you need to come up and see me right now. But those two are going to be supplementary, which means they're going to add to 180. So I'm going to have 3x minus 3 plus 132 equals 180. All I did was take my one angle plus my other angle, and it's equal to 180. I'm going to trust you guys to do all of the math with this one because we need to focus on the actual properties of all of these things. So in this, we get x equals 17. Now number 3. Given the isosceles triangle below, find the value of x. Now remember what I said about isosceles triangles. Those angles opposite of the congruent sides of the congruent legs are also equal. So in this triangle, all of the angles add up to 180 still, and the blank angle that's in there is going to be 2x minus 3 because it's congruent to the other one. So I have 180 equaling 52 plus 2x minus 3 plus 2x minus 3. And then when you solve for x, you get 33.5. Moving on to number 4. Solve for the value of x. So I've got those two triangles right there. And I'm given that 54. What you're going to do first is you're going to do 180 minus 54 to figure out what the rest of the angles in there are. And that's going to give you 126. Now notice in that triangle it's an isosceles triangle. So I have the two angles that I don't know being equal to each other. I've got two of that same angle. So in order to figure out what that angle is, I'm going to do 126 divided by 2, which gives me 63. So the angles in that first triangle are 63, 63, and 54. Now we need to move over to the other triangle. And the other triangle, those two angles that kind of connect with each other, those are vertical angles. So I've got that angle equaling 63. And now it's going to be the same sort of a process. We have another isosceles triangle. So we're going to have (180 minus 63) to figure out what the rest of the angles in there are. And that's going to give me 117. You divide that by 2 for the same reason. We have two of the same angles that are making up that 117. So 117 divided by 2 is going to give us 58.5, 58.5 degrees. Number 5. Given parallel lines J and K, solve for the value of X and Y. This one involves a whole lot of subbing in and understanding the angles. So since 140 and X and Y are vertical angles, I've got 140 equals X plus Y. And then notice that that triangle is an isosceles triangle. And X is congruent to the two other angles because it's alternate interior angles. So then I have 2X plus Y equals 180. Two of those inside X's plus the Y equals 180 because all angles in a triangle add up to 180. So now you have to do some substitution, and I like this one. So let's make this Y equals 180 minus 2X. This is where the weird part comes in. You have 140 equals X plus 180 minus 2X. And now we just solve for X. And with that we get 40 equals X. And if we go back to the original one, we get 100 equals Y. And number 6. Given triangle KPO below, find the measure of the angle marked X. So what we're going to do is first we have to figure out what that angle K is going to be. I've got 68 up at P, and I've got the 90 or the right angle over at O. So we are going to do 180 equals 68 plus 90 plus, let's just call it K because that's what it is. And we get that angle K equal to 22. Now it's an isosceles triangle, so that 22 is over at KLM. At angle KLM, the other one opposite of it. And then I'm going to do 180 minus 22 to figure out what that KML angle is. Because it's that triangle and I have those 22. So I have 180 minus 22 minus 22. That's going to give me 136 for that other angle, that KML. Now, angle KML and NML are supplementary because they make up that straight line. So then we do 180 minus 136 to give us 44. And then take a look. Angle X is also congruent to that angle that we just found because of the isosceles triangle. So angle X is 44. Again, if you had any problem with these, please come see me. I want to help you with these, and I know this is a lot to take in right now.